Hi, guys. Happy Saturday night. Okay, welcome. I just had this hat on and it made my head break out and I have like a rash now. So welcome to my Saturday night. My head is like super red. If you ever wonder why I can't have nice things, it's because I have the most sensitive skin in the entire world. Okay, welcome everyone to my channel. Okay, so tonight we're going to do something fun. We're going to do something different. There has been a lot of chaos on YouTube. So much drama. It has poisoned everything. There has been a loss of self. There has been viewers that are like, Katie, what are you doing? And I was like thinking about this today, and you're like, you guys are right. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I am not being me. I'm not being myself. I am not being Katie, the person, the reason, the thing that you came to sign up for on this channel. And one of the things that we used to do on this channel were call-ins. Back when I was tiny, like I didn't have any subscribers. Nobody literally cared about me. But back then, I would do these live stream call-ins. You guys could call in on my Skype number. This was before StreamYard was a thing. And now we're going to just upgrade that entire experience. And we're going to do viewers sound off, but we're going to do it differently. So when we did this the first time, people would literally just call in and vent about whatever. But we're not going to do just letting you talk about whatever. We want to keep it moving. We want to keep it engaging. And so for the first night, what we're going to do is two things. Hi, white girl. That's so funny. She's laughing. Okay, we're going to do two things. They are you have to answer one of two questions, and you get to pick, and I will share mine, and then you can join by clicking on the link. Just do your thing and keep this entertained, and that's what we're going to do tonight. No drama. This is going to be us having some fun. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to answer two questions. Now, I thought I had the questions picked out when I just did a quick live stream on my channel before we went live here, but I decided to change my plans. We are going to do either your most embarrassing story or the grossest food you ever had to eat politely. So imagine you're at a dinner party and somebody feeds you something that you've never eaten before. You've never wanted to eat before, but you have to eat it because your mom told you that you can never be rude at somebody's dinner table. And you had to eat it even though, well, the dogs are here, even though you didn't want to. Robin says her most embarrassing story is happening right now. So I will start first. Most embarrassing story. Correct. I have a lot of embarrassing stories, but here is the invite to join. Now, here it goes. I'll start with my most embarrassing story, and then I'll do a gross food story in a minute. My most embarrassing story was when I was 21 years old, and I was in a car. It was like January, and I went to an Atmosphere concert, and the rapper Slug was outside after the show, and I started talking to him, and I was really drunk, and somehow I finagled a ride home with him, driven home by his girlfriend, and I was so wasted. I was 21, you guys, that I ended up getting kicked out of his car at a Super America, like gas station like 4 blocks from my friend's apartment because I was that annoying. Yes. I literally was in, he's a rapper from this band called Atmosphere. It's a hip hop song. So I was in 3-inch heels. There was a million feet of snow on the ground, and I had to walk through alleys with snow everywhere. I had a skirt on. I had no skirt with no like nylons or stockings or anything. Bare legs, middle of the winter, heels slipping everywhere, so drunk because Slug kicked me out of his car. And I was so embarrassed. And it was so funny that he wrote a song about it. He literally wrote a song about it. It's so embarrassing. I was a mess. He literally wrote a song about me. So, you can find it on his God Loves Ugly album. Now, in the song, we actually die on Lindale Avenue. Now, that didn't actually happen, but no, I am not. I'm actually just really happy right now. I am drinking water, and I'm just being silly and having fun. So he wrote a song about me. It's on his God Loves Ugly album, and it is so gross, and it's so funny, and I was so mad at him for writing a song. I knew the song was immediately about me, and he wrote a song on God Loves Ugly. So that is actually a album that he wrote. All right, so we've got some people that are already to show up. So let's get started. And we are going to start with Scarlett. Oh, Scarlett's devices are not connected. We are going to try to keep this moving so it's not like super. Oh, what was the song called? Let me. Hold on. Let me tell you what the songs are. It's called Hair. And I don't think I can play it because I'm pretty sure it is copyright. But it's called Hair. I am not intoxicated. Thank you, though. I'm sure there are people in the audience that are. And even if I was, you guys, I'm 42 years old and that's my right. But I'm definitely not. Okay, so, the people have left. All right, so I'm going to put this invite again, and you can join and share. Robin in chat says she's drunk. All right, Amy.
Oh, the mic. I thought I muted you.
Hi. You're live.
Oh no, why is it all staticky?
You can't hear? Unplug your earphones.
I can't hear you at all.
Unplug your earbuds.
What do I do? I wonder,
Unplug.
can I not use these?
Can you hear me? Okay, that didn't work. All right, Becca is going to join. All right, Becca.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so which story do you have for us tonight? Your most embarrassing moment or the grossest food you ever ate?
I can't hear you. It's really crackly.
Can you hear me now? You guys have to turn your volume up and you have to turn the YouTube down. So when you go on and you join the link, make sure you turn your YouTube off so that you're not watching the YouTube video, and then make sure you have your volume up. Okay, let's
Turn
try
my
this.
volume up. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Was I not supposed to mute you? I thought
No.
I was supposed to like pause. It doesn't work just to pause you?
No, are you here? Can you hear me?
Okay.
You're not. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh no, come on. We'll try it one more time. Come on, Becca, get back here. We will get this to work out. We will get this to work out. So the song was called Hair. I don't know if. All right, let's try this again, Amy.
Yay! You're
Can
all
you-
clear. Yay.
Okay. So what do you got? Your most embarrassing story or the grossest thing you ever had to eat?
My most embarrassing story.
Go for it.
Okay. So it had to be 2002.
Okay.
I met my boyfriend. I was 28. I just met my boyfriend. I mean, it was one of those, I don't tell many people this, but we actually met on Match.com.
Okay.
Been together 18 years, married 16. We met and that was just it.
Okay.
So short story long, I had just bought a brand new Dodge Durango
Uh-huh.
and it was my day off. I worked in radio. So when you work in radio, their philosophy is no day's a holiday. So I worked Thanksgiving, I worked New Year's Eve, I worked the Easter extravaganza. My basic hours were Thursday through Monday.
Okay.
So, I married into a finance guy, so he definitely works Monday through Friday. So I'm addicted to Starbucks. And I was at a Starbucks. Wasn't even thinking, going with my keys. At the time, there was no phone app or no anything. Going with my keys, go in with my card, wait on my drink. And I said, while I'm waiting I'm going to use the restroom. You don't think about this. I don't think about anything like this because I was one of those everyday Starbucks people, if not every day, every other day.
Okay.
So sat my keys. Thank God I put my credit card in my pocket, but sat my keys on the back of the toilet, got up, flushed the toilet. You don't assume that this little Starbucks is going to possibly have an industrial toilet. Flushed the toilet. It was so shaky and so deep. I saw my life before my eyes. My keys totally flew in the toilet, flew down, and I went, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. And I look and I look and I look, they're going to come back. Oh, Katie, they didn't come back.
You flushed your keys down the toilet.
At Starbucks. They didn't, and this particular Starbucks, like 5 of them around me, like know me. Like I walk in or drive up and they go, hey, Amy, how you doing? And these guys didn't know me. But let me tell you about the service, the customer service at Starbucks. I love them. I love them. I'm a Starbucks snob. Dunkin' Donuts is a close second if I have to have it. They didn't know me. And do you know what they did? And they didn't have to do this. They actually called a plumber on their dime, didn't charge me. And they said, we can't promise you we're going to get your keys back. And I don't know if I'd want my keys back.
Yeah.
Especially you don't know where, they've gone.
Yeah.
So here's the win-win. Obviously I just bought the car. So I didn't have a second spare. They hadn't given me the Dodge dealership here my second spare yet. So I had a friend that was going to come bail me out and rescue me. And I got lucky. We weren't even like 5 miles from the car dealership. And somehow they were able to match up a second key. And of course, this is like, I don't know, 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So she takes me to the dealership and they're able to match up a key. So I leave with my new key. I get a call from Starbucks like that afternoon at like 5 o'clock. And they're like, well, then I wasn't my Mrs. I won't say my last name. Then it was my maiden name. Hey, Miss So-and-so, I have good news. The plumber has retrieved your keys. And they had them in a Ziploc bag. And when I went to pick them up, and they jokingly laughed, we don't know if you'll want to use these again, but they were able to snake them out of the toilet. And So the sheer fact that they had, I mean, plumbers make good money. They make good money. I mean, think of what they do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
But
comments,
being,
the comments here are amazing. You guys are killing the comments here.
but
Awesome.
but to break that, do you know what I mean? To somebody I just started dating for 3 weeks, he must be
Yeah.
going, "You ditz, you ditz."
That's hilarious.
But that is my number one most embarrassing moments. I have many others, but they're not quite as long. But
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. The comments were awesome. My favorite was by Abigail, who said crappuccino. All right, we've got Becca coming on next. Thanks, Amy.
Okay.
All right, Becca.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is your favorite? Okay, so what is your most embarrassing story or the grossest thing you ever had to eat politely?
Well, this one's my most embarrassing story.
Okay.
So I was in high school, and this was my first time ever trying an alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
So, and
These stories always go well.
oh yes, definitely. So this was my first ever this is how I found out I'm allergic to whiskey, or that it doesn't agree with me, actually. So
Did your face turn bright red? That's what happens with me.
oh no, I can't hold it down for more than 5 minutes.
Got it.
So I was at a graduation party, and I was with a bunch of my track friends, and I had tried my first alcoholic beverage, and not even 20 minutes later, I just started throwing up. And I was, had for literally 20 minutes, I had my face in a trash can. And then I look up, and my track coach was there.
Oh
And
my
he was
God. No.
Yeah, he was there. He was just standing there. He was just looking at me he thought I was so drunk. I literally had 2 sips. I had so I wasn't even drunk, but it was still obviously underage. But
And
yeah,
you can get in trouble with you can lose your,
yeah.
in the state of Minnesota, at least with the Minnesota High School State League, if you get caught drinking, you're off the team.
Yeah. So thank goodness and this was before state, and I was qualifying and everything.
Yeah.
And thank goodness he was we'll just brush this under the rug. You can do laps. So I had to do laps at the next practice. So it's pretty fun.
So puking in a trash can, 2 drinks of whiskey, and a track coach on top of you.
Just standing there yeah. So
Oh, Becca, that's awesome. That's hilarious.
yeah.
I'm sure that just made me think of one of my funny story of my 21st birthday in Spain. I got so drunk that I passed out on a street, in Spain. The streets are cobblestone, and it was this tiny town, and they were narrow, and I passed out on the street, with my head down and my feet up the hill. So drunk, they threw me into a cab, and I somehow managed to tell the cab driver in Spanish how to get me back to my house.
Impressive.
Oh, the things we do when we're drunk. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing, Becca.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Bye. All right. Now let's go on to Scarlett. All right, Scar, what do you got? Most embarrassing story or the grossest food you ever had to eat politely?
Oh, hey. So,
Hi.
let's see. I mean, I could do either. Sure, I'll do both because why not? My most embarrassing is when I was a fresh young little EMT. I kept forgetting my first patient's name and had to keep re-asking him every 5 minutes. Now, the grossest thing I have ever eaten, some things to keep in mind. Obviously, I'm in western Wisconsin. There are a lot of Norwegians. Katie, I think you might know where this is going.
Lutefisk.
Yes. So, for a little backstory, my great-grandfather was in the Norwegian army before, my grandfather had emigrated to the U.S. My grandfather spoke Norwegian. My grandmother could do the Norwegian prayer in perfect Norwegian. Here's little 9-year-old Scarlett at a Christmas time dinner type thing. And, I always heard about all these Lutefisk dinners and all that because, It's the big Lutheran thing you do, you know. Yeah, you betcha. You go there to that lutefisk. And growing up, we had like lefse and all that stuff in the house because it's not bad. So Dad's like, "Oh, hey, why don't you try this?" And it's like, "Okay." Get up, walk over to the table with my aunts and uncles and all that stuff. Here, try this. I did not vomit. I want to point this out. For those of you that need to know about what the consistency of lutefisk is, imagine snot, but
Oh God.
warm.
Oh God.
Like, yeah. So I take a bite of it, and it's like, oh my God, I can't. Like, the cartoon images of the character that, yes, Donna, yes, exactly like that. My face, it felt like it went completely green, and it was just one of those, oh God, please, please, no, no. So, yes, that was the most disgusting thing I have ever eaten in the history of, my 33 years being alive. So,
Okay.
all right. So, with that, I leave you to your next person.
Okay. Got it. Let's get Alara. All right, Alara.
I just sat back down. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
My most embarrassing story, and the one that my family likes to bring up the most,
Uh-huh.
Elise came to my hometown for her bachelorette party. We were in a hotel, and I walked in the middle of the night, drunk, 45 minutes to the mall, and then called my sister and like, I'm at the mall. Can you come get me? And then I gotta drive back to the hotel. And to this day, my sister's boyfriend never lets me live it down. He's
So
like,
just in the middle of the night, you decided to go to the mall.
yeah, I panicked. I panicked in the middle of the night. I think I told my sister, I'm like, my ID card is like taken out of my wallet. I have it in my wallet for like easy access in that little plastic flap.
Yeah.
I must have tried to get in with my ID instead of the key card, and then panicked and left and decided, forget, I'll just go home, because I figured it was later in the day. It was late at night, like 3 or 4. So I figured I'd just take the bus back to my house, and then realized I didn't have cash on me. And the other time I was in my hometown, my sister has a camp about a 30-minute drive away from her, like from where she lives. Her we were at her friend's house. We were at her friend's camp, and I went to go get something from the trailer, and on the way back, it was dark out, and I got myself stuck in like this little, like it's like a little alcove where an outhouse sits. Literally see the lights of like the new camp they were building in the back. Like someone had to come out and like rescue me from the little ditch of an alcove that the outhouse sat in.
Everything always involves alcohol and night times.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a trend here. Those are pretty funny. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, a lot of embarrassing stories involve alcohol.
They really do. They do. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Alara.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got more people that can join. So no, we've only had one gross food story. So I will share my gross food story while I wait for a couple of you guys to get back in here. And I lived in Spain when I was in college for a semester. And when I was in Spain, I obviously ate a lot of food that I didn't necessarily know what it was, where it came from. And I was a vegetarian that agreed to eat fish while I was there, because really at that time in the year 1999, there wasn't a lot of vegetarian options in Spain. So I settled on fish. And so My host family one day brought home squid from the market, and they put it in these like patties, and they're like, it's calamari. It was not calamari, by the way. It was like this big. It was fried. It was really chewy, and I almost vomited. It was so bad. Then there was the time that they made like these blue fish, and not only were the blue fish like not gutted, they were cooked whole, and you literally pulled the tail out to get the meat out, and you ate it. You know how like on cartoons, like the cat's like, and then they pull out like the spine? Yeah. That was how we ate the fish. Yes. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever had to eat, and I was so grossed out, but I had to eat it because I did not want to be rude. I also ate a lot of really good food in Spain, but those were sort of the grossest things I ate. All right. Oh my goodness. My head is so itchy, you guys. We need a couple more people to join. Oh, Lara's already been in. Let's get someone who hasn't had a chance. Someone who hasn't been online yet, please consider. I've already had a Lara on. Hello, Louis and Montana. I lived in Spain for 2 years and know exactly what you mean. Your boyfriend doesn't allow me to eat gross food without everyone knowing I hate it. Share your most embarrassing stories. Thank you. All right, we're gonna have Abby, you can actually do it without showing yourself on camera. So you can do it via just audio. So if you don't want to be on camera, you can do what Scarlett did and just have your audio, and then you don't have to be scared. So you basically just turn your camera off, and then you can share. Another gross thing that I ate was marzipan, and I don't know what you guys say about marzipan, but there's nothing good about it in my opinion. I was like, this is the grossest thing I've ever eaten, and I had to try to suck it down. Yes, marzipan. Okay, someone asked me if I ever saw a slug again. I did not. Now, I'm trying to think if I have another embarrassing story. No, you chat on YouTube, Alara. You don't. Yes, Allison, your marzipan is gross. Yes, you're visible, Allison. Okay, so I'm trying to think of another gross food I had to eat politely. They're all in Spain for the most part. Nope to marzipan. It's like, okay, Faith is going to join us. All right. What's up, Faith?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
All right. So what do you got for us? An embarrassing story or the grossest food you ever had to eat?
An embarrassing story. I see your husband's wanting a poop story. I have one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
But be very careful in how you describe it.
Okay. I'll do my best. I had just had my second baby, cesarean section.
Okay.
I was bounded up from the medication they had me on, and I was having a really hard time going to the bathroom. I was calling my mother. I was crying. And then she told me to call the doctor's office. I called them, and they told me that I needed to, try to get it out myself. I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. So we were living in an apartment complex, and I thought, I'm just going to keep, doing all I can. And I was using the pressure of my feet on the floor, and my back was up against the toilet bowl, and I was pushing as hard as I could. And next thing I know, I blew the toilet bowl up.
Oh my God.
It shattered into a million pieces from the pressure of pushing so hard, but it came out, mind you, but my bathroom was flooded.
Oh my God.
And we had to call the apartment complex to have them come and fix it. And needless to say, they gave me a nickname in the apartment complex. They named me Toilet Bowl Lady after that.
Oh my gosh. They did not.
Yes, they did. So that's my most embarrassing story.
You broke the toilet.
Yes, I did.
Way to go, Faith. Thank you for sharing. This one is amazing. This might win the internet tonight.
Okay, so there you go. That's my most embarrassing story. So
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. Night.
Bye. Embarrassing, Zeg says, I flipped my wheelchair over in the parking lot at work. The two senior VPs tried to pick me up, but stripped my coat off and left me on the ground. They couldn't figure out where I was. Aw. There was another embarrassing story when I was drunk, when I was 21 years old, 22, at a wedding, no less, of my cousins, completely drunk, thrown into a cab, and I had nothing on underneath my dress, and everyone saw it. Yay! Yeah, that really happened. This is getting super gross. That was just one story. Okay. Weddings are very dangerous. They are. We had a lot to drink that night. I do not drink like that anymore. Okay. No wonder you don't drink much. Yeah, I did it all when I was 21 or 22. Laras said she forgot to say that before I walked to the mall, I went outside of the club for some fresh air, went to a bar across the street, drank, tried to get into the hotel room with my ID, walked 45 minutes to the mall. Got it. Thanks for the clarification, Alara. I love that you're doing this. I'm usually a silent viewer, but just wanted to tell you that everything you're going through is BS, but better days are ahead and you have a strong group here. Thank you. Someone wanted to know why my view counts are down. It's because everyone on YouTube hates me right now, but I'm not worried about that. My view counts will come back up and we'll get back there. It's just sort of the place we are in the world right now. All right. And no, these are not fake subscribers. I just have a lot of subscribers that aren't tuning in right now, and that's okay. I'm going to be okay. Anyone over, we love you. Thank you. I'll be fine. It's a small hiccup. Don't worry about numbers. What I don't worry about is that there are 200 and some, almost 300 that have been with all night having fun. Whether one person is here or 3,000 people are here, that doesn't matter to me. As long as you guys are having fun. And I want to give you guys entertainment. And this was actually kind of fun for me to do. When I was working for a paper, we had the launch party and had to work the next day. I was dying in the middle of a really quiet meeting. My stomach went. I had to run and had to vomit too. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds terrible. Nobody hates me. They just disrespect you. Okay. Well, people don't respect me right now, I guess. Is that either way? Cam Burglar says, I won't even eat salsa at any restaurant. First night out to a restaurant after second baby, got food poisoning. Can't forget crawling down a hall while sick, taking care of a baby. Ugh. Bad. Right. Great way to look at it. Staying positive can be exhausting, but it will all work out. It will. Every YouTuber goes through this and we all bounce back. But I am staying positive and I think this is fun. I think you guys are having a good time. All right. So, let me see what else I can think of. What else is a funny? Thank you. We love you. I love you too. Mr. is late to the party again. Story of your life. Correct. So we are doing your most embarrassing moment or the grossest thing you ever had to eat. I did the recap for 90 Day Fiancé. Oh, excuse me. I did a thing about 90 Day Fiancé and yeah, last week. This new season is crazy. I had too many $1 Jello shots at a bar and puked every few minutes walking home. People were literally avoiding me, passed out on my bathroom floor. I think everyone has a passed out on the bathroom floor. Like you literally spent your whole night on the cold linoleum or tiled floor. Pickled cow heart, says Becca. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Jessa says, I walked out of the bathroom of my school formal with my dress tucked into the back of my underwear. I was wearing granny panties. This is so amazing. Oh, that's so classic. All right, Sam, what's up?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just carrying on from your food, the worst food you've eaten.
Okay.
I lived in Spain too for 2 years with my ex-boyfriend now.
Okay.
And we used to go into a local tapas bar, and they'd always put tapas on the counter for us free of charge, but that to them was their hospitality, you know, and it was rude not to eat it. So some of the dishes didn't look very nice, but it was considered rude not to eat it. And my ex was a chef, so he was always willing to try it. So he'd try it and say, oh, that's lovely, try that, try that. So I'd say, oh, okay then. So this one dish, I was kind of nibbling at it. And I said, what's this? So he was trying to describe it to me, the guy behind the bar. I can't remember his name. And he's going, you know. So I said, well, what's that? So my boyfriend was laughing. So he said, you know, like that. So I said, pig. And he said, see, pig. So I said, bacon. He said, no, not bacon. So I was like, and he started pointing to his ears. And then I worked out, I was eating pig's ears. Oh, pig's ears.
They're so tough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a really bad. But like you said, Spanish food, some of the Spanish food is so weird.
It's so weird, but then there's other stuff that's so good.
Yeah. So I could have been eating anything, but you can't insult them. It's hospitality, because we went there all the time, and like I said, we lived there. So I had to just...
and in the Spanish culture, it's super, super rude.
Exactly.
To not eat the food that they offer you, because they are such a food, like family oriented like thing with their, you know.
Well, this is it. We were privileged that they were offering it to us because it was a local Spanish place. And because we were English, no other English people went there. And to be offered this all the time, he would have been classed as so rude. So I had to just sit there and smile. And he said, you not like? I said, oh, I'm so full. Thank you, but I'm so full. I said, I'm just going to the bathroom. Oh, I threw up everywhere. Now, my boyfriend was laughing so much. He thought it was hysterical because he's a chef. He tried all sorts, snails, everything. And it didn't faze him one bit. But, honestly, I was sick as anything. And I had to pretend I was full. And I just said, can we not go to that bar, please? I just didn't want to go to that bar anymore. So that's just mine. I'll never forget that in my life. Pig's ears.
Pig's ears. Dogs eat pig's ears.
Yeah, I won't even buy them for the dog now. I never want to see a pig's ear in my life.
Oh, yuck.
Just enjoying this tonight.
I am too. I think it's so fun. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. I haven't seen you here before, so thanks for participating.
Well, it's 3:30 in the morning here.
I know. I was going to say it's pretty late there, honey bun.
Yeah, but it is Saturday night, so it's okay.
All right.
So anyway, I'll listen to the rest of your show.
Thanks, honey.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Pig's ear? Oh my God. Pig's ear. This is wonderful. People are enjoying this. Oh. This is so funny. This is so hilarious. All right. Oh, Dina says she'd call, but she has chronic voice issues. That's okay, honey. Okay, all I can say was there was at least 2 ways I know that you can accidentally expose your chest at the beach. I can't call her because everyone is asleep, but I will never forget the time I'd eaten noodles earlier in the day and that night drank moonshine for the Oh God. I bet you that looked so bad coming back up. Moonshine. You guys, my cousin, the same cousin that I got in the wedding and everyone saw my stuff. Yeah. That cousin lives in North Carolina now. And he brings moonshine to, he lives in North Carolina and he always brings moonshine on Christmas. It is the strongest stuff I've ever had. Your friend got in. Oh my God. Tapas bars, so high class. Wish I lived in Europe. So yeah, and tapas bars are interesting in Spain. So another thing that in Spain they do is like when you eat any sort of fish there, like they don't make like, okay, so you know how you eat shrimp here? You don't see like the eyes or the face or anything. So when you go to a tapas bar in Spain, I'll never forget this. We're sitting down at the table. I was spending the afternoon with my host father, and he was like, let's get these prawns. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. Like prawns are like really big shrimp. And I'm like, okay, they're like kind of mini lobsters. I don't know. They're so delicious. They're huge shrimp. And they come to the table and the things have their heads on and have eyeballs. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I have to do this again. So you have to like pull off the face to eat them. Oh, thank you, Cam Burglar, for being here. I can share a story when I was in high school at the beach in California trying to impress the guy. Like, it's hilarious. Like my food can't have eyeballs, you guys. My food cannot have eyes. It cannot have eyes. Oh, I think the tonight's stream's title will be "What the heck were we thinking?" Because or could it be like I think I drank too much? I don't need my food judging me. Oh my God. This comment. This and Crappuccino are Crappuccino and I don't even. You know. Oh my God. Okay. All right. The food is judging you, and I think I drank too much. We all have the haters clicking. Perfect. All right. Okay. Read this out, Katie. Blind date. I was leaving a blind date, and as I turned to wave bye to him, I drove away. I went to the curb and smashed into a pole, and I never saw him. Oh, your poor car. Oh my God. Oh, I hope you were okay. Did he even like check to see if you were okay? Do you think he was like, did he care? I mean, he never saw you again. That seems so severe. So severe. That's like not a good guy. My husband would have totally been there. Sis Boom Ba says, my daughter and her family are vegan, and they said we don't eat anything with a face, and that had a face. Yes. The prawns were like, hi, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to disrespect the Spanish culture because honestly, they have some of the best food. Like some of the best food I had there, not gross, were croquetas, which are like fried potato balls. And they have like cheese in them, or they can have tuna or whatever. They're so delicious. There's also paella. They have amazing soups. Like there's a creamy leek soup that I ate there all the time. They have amazing bread, awesome cheese, amazing wine. I can't eat prawns with a head. Yeah, that was my life. They always come on paella. Yes. He left you standing there. Oh my gosh. That guy is a loser. Oh, that's so bad. All right. So this was fun. I enjoyed this. I think if we can do what I would like to do moving forward is have this be either Friday or Saturday night event so that you guys can sort of get used to this, and we can sort of get moving on new fun topics that are not just drama related. I don't want to spend all of my time talking about other people's problems. Obviously, we're going to stick with reality TV and other stuff as well. But I also like to have fun and do funny things. And this one was one of those where they put rabbit in their paella. I did not know that. By the way, that was me. That was, oh yeah, you're like, why can't I comment in the live stream? Yes, we will still do Duggars. Don't worry. I've not done the Duggars for like so many days in a row because even the Duggar content people are getting worn out on. Like people are like, Katie, you can't, it's like I could do a video on the Duggars every single day, but I need to make sure that I keep the content fresh and exciting. Parting ways. Oh my gosh, this is Fruit Loop says, I went to a job interview and when I went to leave, I tripped over the chair and I split my forehead open. Oh, that's so awful. I'm so sorry. One time I went to an adult toy party and the host said for a game, the only thing you can do is yell out the C word for a girl. And I'm not a big swearer, but what I did yell out, oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this was really fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think that if we can continue to add fun things like this, I'm really liking, the interactions of live streams, getting this community back into a space where people are not scared. I think, to be honest, I think there is some people are still a little timid about commenting, about participating in, because there was so much hate that was coming over here. And we're really doing our best to keep things smooth and happy and chill. We'll get back to all of that as soon as we can. But I had a blast doing this. It's fun to actually see some of your faces and hear some of your voices, especially those of you that have been around for a very long time. And then if you're interested, I will be jumping on over to my other channel after this for a little bit, not very long, just to say goodnight and have some fun. And we're just going to keep on keeping on. Keep on trucking. Keep on having fun. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye.